Hi, Avish. How are you?
Hi, Sid. Good to see you again.
Great, man. It's good that we are finally on our systems after battling it out. So, how you been?
It's been a busy week, hey? Your side?
Same to same. So, as usual, we shall get down to IPL, and I'm sure you can see this is the very first one to discuss Mumbai and Hyderabad. It was an interesting game. I mean, many people will say Sunrisers choked like KKR, but I think in a way Mumbai have become very good at defending these types of scores. And what were your thoughts of Pollard being the man of the match? Because I know that Simon Dewell wasn't a happy bunny about it.
Yeah, look, I can understand because, his runs at the end there were crucial in getting that score to about 150.
Yes.
Yeah, getting back to Sunrise this game, yeah, I think, they were well on course to
Hmm.
chasing this total down after the start they had. So it was bizarre, to see them crumble the way they did in the chase. But, getting back to Mumbai, it seems like the experience showed in this match. Definitely. And, Sunrisers do have experienced players as well, but I was actually surprised at the shots that they played in trying to get to the score. It's like they had a good opening stand with Besto and Wana, but once those two were dismissed, the wheels just came off, and yeah, it was really disappointing. I thought they did well to restrict Mumbai to 149. I mean, that was a decent effort from them, man. 149, you 9 times out of 10, you'd want to chase that down quite easily. But yeah, the way the approach to that chase was really really bizarre. And yeah, Bolt, what a spell of bowling from Bolt. And I can understand some people, wanting to give this man of the match award to Bolt as opposed to Pollard, but his runs at the end, they were crucial
Hmm.
in getting Mumbai to 150 because it could have easily been
Hmm.
around 125, 130, which Sunrisers would have squeaked home, So yeah, I can understand why Pollard was given man of the match because his runs were crucial
Hmm.
towards the end.
Okay, now we get to the next one. Your team against my team. This is a pretty, uncomfortable one for me to discuss, but your team is playing very well. And your favorite guy, AB de Villiers, if he is your favorite, he is the man of the match. So your thoughts?
Geez, you talk about my favorite. I think probably one of the IPL's favorites, man.
Yeah.
Uh, one of the all-time greats of the IPL.
Hmm.
Look, this was an excellent all-round performance from RCB. First of all, batting first 204, an imposing total, and then coming into bowl, their plans were spot on against KKR, and they just controlled the game for the large part, especially in that chase. So yeah, it was always getting away from KKR, and it proved to be the case. A very inconsistent start from KKR, unfortunately. It
Hmm.
seems like their bowling is not clicking definitely,
Hmm.
and we've seen that, and it's their batting as well. The batting is really really especially in that middle order. There seems to be quite a few collapses. That's not helping their cause at all.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. So let's get to the next one. Punjab versus Daredevils. High scoring match. Shikhar was the man of the match, which was richly deserved. So your thoughts once again.
This pitch was a belter, no
Hmm.
doubt about it. The one Kende pitch was an absolute belter for cricket. Punjab, I thought they did quite well.
Hmm.
Getting to 195, but they would have been disappointed because at one stage, the way they were going, they could have easily got around 220 on that wicket, and that would have probably been enough in the end. But wow, the way Delhi came on and the way Dhawan played was amazing. And yeah, they won that game quite comfortably in the end. I think it got better chasing, to be honest with you. And yeah, uh, Punjab again, the problem has been their bowling. It's just too many runs towards the back end, and I think the support bowlers really got hit out of the park there, big time.
Yeah, now getting to this one, which was bit of a refreshing one in terms of the trend was broken, because normally inside Mumbai I like to chase, but in this case, Chennai batted first, 188 for 9 and 143 for 9, and Moin Ali was the man of the match. Your thoughts?
Fantastic innings from Ali, eh? And it was a very good all-round performance from CSK. Rajasthan again, they look so good against Delhi, the way they bowled, but I don't think they bowled particularly well in this game. Yeah, 188. Yeah, I mean, you probably would have taken it batting second, but I think the way they batted, really didn't do themselves much justice as well. They just lost too many wickets in the middle overs, and they just, hampered their run chase. And yeah, I mean, comfortable win for Mumbai in the end. I mean, 45 runs. That's
you meant to say Chennai,
quite a huge margin in T20s.
You meant to say Chennai, not Mumbai. You said Mumbai instead of Chennai.
Sorry. Yeah, comfortable win for Chennai there. It was. I mean, what 45 runs is. It's quite a hammering.
Definitely. And I'm sure Mumbai would be wishing they were playing in Mumbai, because this match here between Daredevils, it's a pretty uncomfortable scorecard. And this is another one bucking the trend, because Daredevils have chased in Chennai, which was probably the first time, actually the second time in this IPL, because I know that RCB also chased against Mumbai and barely won that thanks to AB. So Amit Mishra was the man of the match. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's been a strange season for Mumbai, hey, to start off. I don't think they've been getting the runs that they wanted, and yet again, it showed in this game as well. 137, way below par for a team like Mumbai.
There was 13 runs below par with Field,
yeah, man, way below par. I think they were 20.
13,
I think 25 runs below par. I mean, yeah, it was really quite an ordinary batting performance from Mumbai, and it wasn't going to trouble Delhi that much with their formidable batting lineup. And I think the way Delhi paced this innings was amazing. They didn't really look, in trouble at any point, and they had too many wickets in the hut to actually, mess this one up. So yeah, it was a comfortable win for Delhi there.
And speaking of comfortable wins, we have another one here. Sunrisers beating Punjab, and Bairstow was the man of the match. And it's long overdue for Sunrisers, because they should have had wins along the way, but better late than never, I guess, to get the campaign off and running.
Yeah, I think it was 4 of 4. The owners would have been, questioning where are they really. Do they really want to invest their money in these matches, or just walk away? And luckily, they managed to get a win under their belt, and they'll still be kicking themselves for not winning that match against Mumbai. So this was quite a dominating performance from Sunrisers, to be honest with you. Hey, really, really dominate. First of all, putting Punjab in 120. It was really a mediocre score from Mumbai. Sorry, Punjab.
Punjab.
Sunrisers really.
Punjab were very bad.
They powered home, to be honest, really powered home in that run chase. And they finally got some points on the board, but as you say, long overdue.
Okay, so the next one I would probably say is probably the match of the tournament, which is my team versus Chennai. And Fluff with the man of the match. Nice to see a South African getting it. And yeah, this is a bit of a mixed emotions one, because at one stage I was kind of resigned to seeing KKR probably have the worst defeat in history, only to see how close this match was, and only wishing they had won it just to make Chennai go through some negative emotions. But I think Chennai are just flying at the moment.
Wow, this was a run fest, by all means. The way CSK batted, I haven't seen CSK bat this, exceptional in a very long time. And for once they really, really put a lot of runs on board, and especially that opening partnership with Faf and the new guy Kaikwan, that was scintillating. And Faf was absolutely scintillating in this innings as well. I mean, 95, and he was hitting it all corners. And I think Cummins as well took a real pasting in this game.
Yes.
And look, At one stage, I thought KKR were dead and buried in this chase, but wow, what a fight back from Cummins and Russell towards the end.
Yes,
That was
fantabulous.
amazing. I mean, they were absolutely, launching that ball out of the park. And I thought CSK were really getting a bit worried there towards the end until they managed to get those couple of wickets. And
Yes.
yeah, man, that's the beauty of T20s. Eh? You really can't let your guard down. You got to fight till the wire. And I think on the balance of it, CSK posting a formidable total like that of 220 was always going to be too much at the end, and it proved to be the case. And yeah, I think deserved winners in the end.
Okay, and now we get to your team against Rajasthan. This was an absolute masterclass by Kohli and Padikkal, man of the match. Your thoughts?
A really, really one-sided affair, absolute thrashing given to Rajasthan by RCB. And I looked at this innings, and this was probably the best batting performance from Royal Challengers in the IPL, in the history of the IPL, I would say, because I think they were absolutely formidable in that chase. I mean, 16.3 overs to chase down a score of 177 was fabulous. They were going at around 11 and over. And I think if they batted first, I mean, only God knows how many they would have made in this game with AB, the tank. So
and I think they prefer to
amazing innings from amazing innings from DDP. Wow, 101. That was all class. That was absolute class, and ably supported by Kohli as well. So yeah, I mean RCB are right. I mean they're on the top of the world at the moment. They're really high, top of the log. But yeah, I know there are some tough fixtures on the way. So it's looking like they're really going to storm into these knockouts. So yeah, let's see what happens. Hey, but it's looking really good for RCB at the moment.
Okay, and I'm sure another team wishes they were in RCB's position, but Mumbai are looking. I know it's early days because Mumbai generally start like this a bit pathetically. So this is appropriate. I should use the word pathetically because this is a pretty pathetic performance. 9-wicket defeat by Punjab 11. Anyone that would have put money on this match would have been really dancing.
Well, I was hoping for an upset, and guess what? I got the upset.
Oh God, so bad.
Damn. As much as you could say Mumbai is really not, it's still early days, but I think their batting is a bit of a concern for me.
Yeah, and
really,
the batting
is
doesn't
really a bit of
help
concern
that they are playing in these sorts of conditions. And I had these worries before the tournament started. I did tell you this on WhatsApp that these surfaces were going to be against them, but I think they'd be quite happy to get away from this venue, go to Delhi, even though it's similar to Chennai, but at least it's much more consistent in terms of pace. The bounce is lower, but the pace will be much better. So she should be okay there. And definitely in Bangalore, I think they'll play there.
Probably.
And Kolkata, they're also playing Kolkata. And I think they'll be okay in those venues. Definitely Kolkata and Bangalore, they'll enjoy themselves. They hit through the line.
I guess probably if they go to a new venue, as you say, but they still have these batting hiccups.
No, I think it's the conditions going against the batting because they've got a free-flowing batsman, if you think about it. So I think if they can't perform in venues like Kolkata and Bangalore, then they got real problems because those are very good batting pitches.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't want to really, I don't really want to, dwell too much on the wicket and stuff because,
of course, yeah.
I mean, if you look at the game against RCB and KKR, I mean, that was on the same wicket in Chennai, and
I feel they're getting progressively
RCB
worse.
Posted 204.
I get what you're saying.
RCB posted 204.
Yeah,
and I think AB made that wicket look quite,
Yeah, AB is of another planet, man.
Yeah, I mean, AB made that wicket look like a belter. But I mean, having said that, I think a lot of MI players are actually out of form. To be honest with you, some of them are scratching around. So the Cox form has been a bit of a concern of the order, and. I think the middle order as well. There's a few concerns with Pandya. Kishan's form as well hasn't been too good. So I don't want to dwell too much on the pitch. I think it's probably a few guys that that are actually out of touch at the moment, you know, because
Yeah,
I mean, good teams they do bounce back,
of
as you
course.
say. I mean, we're not
And
writing off Mumbai by any stretch of the
it's still
imagination, but
too early days now
uh,
because I know
it,
Mumbai have started even
yeah,
worse
but if
than
this is going
this.
to persist,
Yeah, yeah,
I guess if this poor form is going to persist, then it's a bit
yeah.
of a concern. Then they'll probably have to make wholesale changes to that side.
I think it's a bit early to panic because Mumbai started probably way worse than this, and I would be very
Yeah,
worried
for
for
sure,
them.
for sure.
And if they don't perform on pitches like Bangalore, Kolkata, even Delhi, they should be okay. Then I would be very worried. I'd be saying I agree with you. There would have to be wholesale changes, and there'll be a lot of yelling.
Absolutely.
But anyway, let's get to today's fixtures and give our previews. So today is Rajasthan against my team. Yeah, I know you told me on WhatsApp that if my team didn't win, you would be very worried. So your quick thoughts.
Yeah, look, basically it's a game where, you know, two strugglers at the moment, two teams at the wrong end of the only a must win. Because if they really falter in this one, then it's going to be curtains for them this season. So yeah, this is a must-win game for KKR.
Yes, and I can only hope for the best because one can only hope. We can't put a magic wand on the team and say they'll win.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just want to say something. If they can get their bowling right for this game, they won't really have, uh, a major problem because I think their batting has been okay. To be honest, they do have players that can step up in their batting. So it's just a matter of one or two innings to get their confidence back. But yeah, batting is a confidence thing as well. So I think players that are in form at the moment, as you can see, they're keeping it going. Players, guys like Faf, guys like AB. So even the likes of KL Rahul as well. So those guys are in form and it's showing. So it's a confidence thing. So
and I think KKR are playing in Mumbai, which should give them more advantage because they're better batting. So
however,
be,
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few changes today, especially in that batting lineup for KKR. Just to strengthen it a bit. Maybe take out a guy like Shakib because I don't think he's really performing.
Yeah, I think Narayan played in the last match, so I think they'll still keep us Narayan.
Yeah, I would think they'd give Narayan another game, but let's see how it goes.
So let's look into.
I definitely think they need. I definitely think they need Ferguson in the side, in the bowling front because he can add something to the side. I think they're a bit short in that bowling front at the moment. Because I mean, conceding two scores of 200 plus, it's not going to do them any good. So yeah, they were short in the bowling front, so they need to tighten that up.
Okay, now we get into our last segment. Our last match to discuss. It's on Sunday, the blockbuster. I would say Chennai versus RCB. I was telling you on WhatsApp in the past, I would have said Chennai was the favorites, but in recent times, your team is playing very well, and they are on top of the league. So I would say they have the edge.
Wow, absolutely! This is a Hollywood blockbuster of a match. Amazing. These two teams are riding high at the moment. Probably two of the form teams at the moment in the IPL in terms of the bowling and batting. So I would say, this one is a thriller. This one is really going to be a thriller. And it's in Mumbai, so it's going to be a high scoring affair. I think if RCB bat first, they could bet big here and potentially could bet Chennai out of the game. So I'm quite excited about this one. And as you said, seasons gone by, CSK would have been favorites for this match, but hell, not this season. Hey, the way RCB are playing, I would definitely think they're favorites going to this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if they come up trumps on Sunday again in this fixture.
But I would like to say though that if My only reservation is that if Chennai do chase and they don't have to chase any score around the 200 mark, I would fancy them. But if RCB are the one chasing and with their great batting lineup, then I feel they could win it. But I'm sure RCB would prefer to chase a score pretty much not too much into 200. But I think with Dew, it's so tricky with the Dew, hey, because the Dew has just played so much a factor that
You see, the main concern for, I would say the main concern for CSK at the moment is RCB's form, especially all their players. I mean, all their players are in form at the moment, and they're scoring big runs. I mean, guys like Maxwell, guys like AD, Kohli as well, to an extent, and then Padikkal as well. I mean, these guys are in real form, so that's a danger for CSK because, I mean, whatever score the CSK makes, and RCB's bowling has been quite impressive as well. So let's not take that away from them
of
as well.
course, yeah.
So they can most certainly restrict the CSK to a score of around 160, 170, and easily chase that score down. So yeah, that's a big concern for CSK at the moment. So yeah, I think I think this one is slightly in favor of RCB given their form at the moment.
Yeah, but I've noticed that, I don't know if it's me, but the pitch does seem to do something at the beginning when the team is bowling first compared to when the team is batting second. I don't know if you've noticed that. Like I know when RCB bowled, the ball did do something. And I think it's credit to how good their bowling is, but I'm just saying that bowling first might seem the solution.
Yeah. Look, it's a day fixture, so there's certainly going to be runs.
Yeah.
And you're playing in Mumbai, one of the fastest outfields. So
yeah,
I expect it to be a belt of a wicket. So I think if you can score over 200 plus, you definitely be. It's definitely going to be a tough ask to chase that down. So if you can restrict anything between 170, 180, I think the team batting second would fancy that, eh? Would fancy chasing that down, definitely, because you saw it in the Punjab and Delhi game. I mean, it was easily chased down. So yeah, I expect a cracker here.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for today. It's been.
Sorry, what's your prediction for the game?
Oh yeah.
What's your prediction for CSK?
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. Okay, I think Saturday I predicted. I would go with KKR just to be boring because I think.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely go with KKR given our experience.
And not only that, I think they're playing in Mumbai. If it was in Chennai, I would have said anyone's game because I just can't trust Chennai at the moment.
Absolutely.
And the batting, KKR are better batting. And I think they would have taken heart from that close defeat. Second one, it's a bit tricky, eh? Chennai and RCB. For some reason, I just think
I know you're on the fence, yeah.
Yeah, I think RCB are favorites, so I'll probably they have the edge. I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chennai won also because Chennai have this habit of putting up surprises. They have surprised me this year. I know Michael Vaughan didn't even give them a hope, but I think he's also believing Chennai are going to surprise this year. So
yeah, they definitely are a surprise, but
I will give RCB it.
What's your prediction?
I'll say RCB, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chennai won. So that's not to be dismissive. It's just not to avoid less disappointment. So I'll say RCB just by a fraction. I don't think it's going to be one-sided. It'll be close.
Absolutely. I expect a close one. And I actually expect RCB to have their toughest test in this game thus far. This is really going to be their toughest test.
Yeah, if they can beat Chennai, then
I think if they can come through this one,
yeah, then they'll be mainly the big favorite.
I think if RCB can come through this one, then it'll really be as if not, I would say between Delhi and them for to make that final and potentially win the title.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna mention about Delhi. I mean, I feel Delhi probably do have a better bowling attack, but I feel that they've it's been a tricky one actually for Delhi because I think Delhi beat Mumbai and that would have given them a lot of confidence. So it's going to be a very interesting night.
Absolutely.
But I think I'll definitely expect if RCB win tomorrow, then should
just
be the playoff.
Just to summarize what we're saying at the moment.
Okay.
If you look at the table, it's RCB, CSK, Delhi, and Mumbai at the moment. Yeah. I don't think that's really going to change that much, to be honest with you, because I think these 4 teams at the moment are probably way better than the other 4 at the moment. So
Yeah.
I don't see this table changing anytime soon. It seems like these sides have probably found consistency where the others are really, really, lacking it and really struggling to find that sort of consistency in performances. So I would think this top 4 would stay for a while. I think the only side that's probably can challenge this is KKR, but they've got a few problems that they need to address before that. So yeah, I would think KKR would probably be the only side that can challenge this this top 4 at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks, man. All right. See you soon, man.
See you soon. Cheers.